Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 8th July 2022. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. I am a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. This is my spiritual channel on YouTube, Haribol trsv nectar nectar. In this channel, in various recordings, we have been discussing about the information that we gleaned from contemplation and meditation on material and spiritual subjects. Even in this particular recording, we will talk only about our information, views, opinions, ideas, etc. Yesterday, in my previous video, I had already mentioned about how the subtle bodies of a particular living entity and his or her false ego jointly combined and after its permutation and combination of the various subtle bodies vibrations given an outlet through the gross body helps this particular living entity to work his or her destiny through the seven chakras of Kundalini. Today I would like to concentrate on another factor which also plays a very important role in this particular destiny or karma. This particular factor is known as three modes of material nature. The living entities or every average living entity, male or female, has in himself or herself three modes of material nature according to Lord Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. These are the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance. Just like the living entity has three subtle bodies, namely etheric senses, astral mind of feelings and emotions, and causal intelligence plus false ego, he or she has three modes of material nature, being mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. Based on his or her destiny, karma, choice, and preference, this particular living entity exhibits one of these modes along with the permutation and combination of the vibrations of the three subtle bodies and the false ego, and acts through the seven chakras of Kundalini on his or her spinal cord. These seven chakras are Mooladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, Manipurika chakra, Anahata chakra, Vishuddhi chakra, Ajna chakra, and Sahasrara chakra. Now, to go into this a little further, let me tell that the average person may start with ignorance mode of material nature, increase his capacity or capability, he or she, to the mode of passion, and then later go into mode of ignorance. Usually it happens this way, just like the same living entity goes from etheric senses to astral mind of emotions and feelings, and then to causal intelligence. The reverse is rarely true. It happens only to those people who want to get into the negative side of material world. Actually, the real idea behind every living entity's destiny or karma is that he or she should get self realized, become concentrated on the Lord Almighty, and slowly, with his or her spiritual progress, achieve liberation from this material world, and ultimately he or she may be delivered to God back. As Bhakti Vedanta Swami of ISKCON said, back to Godhead. This was his very religious and spiritual newspaper which he had painstakingly started in the 1930s or 40s and which is still existing. Now, a living entity may work according to his or her three modes of material nature plus his or her three subtle bodies which whose vibrations get an outlet through the gross body, and this particular action is further divided into seven Kundalini chakras that are present in the spinal cord of that particular living entity. We have already discussed about the details of the Kundalini chakras and the way they operate. There are several examples which pertain to this particular aspect. Goodness happens to be the prerogative or the preference of people who are causal intelligence and intellectually inclined and who want to do material and spiritual pursuits like intellectual research, science, teaching, reading, writing, journalism, meditation, yoga, etc. This meditation, when it is material or it revolves around material subjects, it is called contemplation. When it is concentrated on the soul and the super soul, the same is called meditation. Now, a living entity may be either contemplative or meditative. So, a person in the goodness mode happens to be in the intellectual pursuit. A person who is in the passion mode is very ambitious, industrious, perseverant, determined, courageous, and who wants to take a risk in life. Such a person is passion oriented. The third is ignorance mode. This is also a very important aspect of the three modes of material nature, but this particular aspect or this mode of material nature concentrates on physical strength and physical vigor, just like goodness on intellectual strength and intellectual vigor. We shall discuss about this in my next video in detail. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular subject. Please give me your own opinions, views, ideas, etc., so that we may join everything together and come up with something which is beneficial to all of us. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep reminding you of my other videos. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.